Good morning everyone, welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I'm Sakshi and in this session we are about to discuss the daily current affairs as on 1st August 2020. So before beginning, as I always tell you that if you're preparing for defense examinations, sitting back home, SSB Crack is best option for you. It is a one-stop solution for all the major defense related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army, and for more details please visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you'll find the entire package of courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So guys, let's start our session with the question of the day from the yesterday's session. And in the yesterday's session, I've asked you what are the advantages of aerial seeding. Okay, so like so many of you have answered it correctly. Now let's first discuss about what is aerial seeding. Okay, it is a technique of plantation. What it is? It is a technique of plantation wherein those seed balls or seeds, they are covered with mixture of clay, composite, char and other components, and these seed balls, they are sprayed on the ground using aerial devices. What aerial devices? These aerial devices can be planes, helicopter and drones as given in this particular image. Now let me tell you how this technique works. So what they do, the seed balls that I've just explained to you, the seed balls are dispersed in the target area by low flying drones, right? Those seed balls, they fall on the ground with the help of coating of clay, as I told you, composite, char and other materials, okay? And all these things, all these coating of clays, composite, chars, they provide what? They provide weight to the seed and that helps to drop on the predetermined location, and henceforth that particular drop, it won't be dispersed by the wind, right? This is how it works. Now these pellets, they sprouts when there is enough rain and with the nutrients present within them, helping them to initial growth. Now I'll be telling you what are the advantages, right? First thing is, with this particular technique, we can target inaccessible and difficult areas, right? The areas which are inaccessible and having steep slopes and are fragmented or disconnected, these areas can be connected, or the areas which have no forest roots, all these areas can be connected by drones, right? Apart from it, fire and forget way of plantation. So under this, the process of seeds germination and growth is such that it requires no attention after it dispersed. Okay, so after this particular seed is dispersed, it will automatically process the seed germination and growth, right? And that is how it is fire and forget. Now after this, they also eliminate any kind of plugging, or they do not need to be planted since they are already surrounded by soil, nutrients and microorganisms. Also, when we talk about clay, it protects them from birds, ants and rats. Okay, so these are the advantages. So why I asked you this question? Because I just wanted to set up the basis for you to understand this particular news, that aerial seeding was proposed in the Aravalli region recently, right? Recently, Haryana government has employed aerial seeding techniques to improve the green cover in the Aravalli areas of the state. You must be knowing that Aravalli region is majorly a part of Rajasthan, but also it touches some of the part of Haryana as well, right? So this initiative is by Haryana government. Do not confuse this with the Rajasthan government, right? So this particular project, it will be on pilot basis to regenerate the low vegetation density and denuded areas on inaccessible or difficult sides of Aravalli Hills, and along with Aravalli Hills, along with Shivalik Hills. Okay, so under this method of plantation, around 100 acres of land will be covered, right? So why it was needed? Why this particular aerial seeding is needed in Aravallis? Because Aravallis these days, it is severely inundated due to heavy mining, and it has gone rapid development and construction activities in there. So it is the need of the hour. Now talking about the Aravalli range for your examination point of view. So it is a mountain range which is running approximately 692 kilometers in west direction. Okay, in the image you can see right here, this is Aravalli range. It is starting near Delhi and it is passing through southern Haryana and Rajasthan, okay, and it is ending in Gujarat district. Okay, so the highest peak of Aravalli range is Guru Shikhar. Please, you need to remember this particular thing, right? And it is at 1722 meters high. Now, talking about Aravalli range, it is one of the oldest mountain range in India and it is a type of fold mountain range. Try to answer in the comment section what is the fold mountain range. Now, coming towards our next important update, this is about Gramodyog Vikas Yojana. So this particular Yojana was in news as Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, MSME, Government of India. It has approved a program for the benefits of artisans which are involved in manufacturing of Agarbatti and to develop the village industry under Gramodyog Vikas Yojana. So what MSME did, it has approved a program for the artisans who make Agarbatti, right? And this will be coming under Gramodyog Vikas Yojana, right? So under this, 4 pilot projects will be started, including one in the northeastern part of the country. And under this, each targeted clusters of artisans, they will be supported with 50 automatic Agarbatti making machines and 50 mixing machines, right? And accordingly, a total of 200 automatic Agarbatti machines and 40 mixing machines will be provided to artisans. For each clusters 50 and overall 200, and it is said that this decision, it will help to boost the indigenous production of Agarbatti and will pave the way for the generation of rural employment basically. Now, before this, government has taken 2 major steps and 2 major decisions regarding the Agarbatti Udyog only. So first was placing of Agarbatti items from free trade to restricted trade in the import policy of the government and enhancing the import duty from 10% to 25%, right, on round bamboo sticks which are used for manufacturing the Agarbatti, right? So this is all about the particular initiative by MSME. Now moving ahead to the next article, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he's about to address the grand finale of Smart India Hackathon 2020. So today on 1st August, he'll be via video conferencing, he'll be addressing this and he'll be addressing the grand finale of Smart India Hackathon 2020, and under this he'll be interacting with the students on this occasion. So the Smart India Hackathon, it is a national wide initiative and it is an initiative to provide students with a platform to solve some of the pressing problems we face in our daily lives, right, and thus bring the culture of product innovation and mindsets of problem solving. Now let me tell you some background that the first edition of Smart India Hackathon was done in the year 2017 and it saw the participation of 42,000 students, which increased in the 2018 as 1 lakh and 2 lakhs was the participation in the year 2019. Now moving ahead to the next important article, Gandhi-King Exchange Pact. Okay, this is in the news, so I'll be telling you what this pact is all about. So recently, United States Congressional Committee, it has passed a bill to promote the legacies of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, so this particular bill, it was authored by John Lewis and he was civil rights leader and democratic member of the House, who passed away last week only. And Mr. Lewis, he visited India in the year 2009, okay, and he visited to mark the 50th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Jr.'s trip to India in the 1959, right? So as I told you, as the bill which was written by Mr. Lewis, it got the final approval of the key congressional committee on 29th July in the US. Now, what are the key provisions under this bill? So under this bill, they have several provisions. First of all being, they will establish annual scholar and student exchange program, right? This particular program is for the Indian students and American students to study the leaders' legacies and their visit historic sites in India and in the US and all those things which are relevant to India's freedom struggle and US civil rights movements. These are the 2 historic movements in the history of India and in the history of US. Now, apart from this, they'll also establish the Gandhi-King Global Academy, and this is Academy for Conflict Resolution Initiative based on the principle of non-violence, right? And they will also establish the United States India Gandhi-King Development Foundation, okay? And it will be set up by the US agencies for international development and Indian government and will be organized under the law of India, okay? Now, August 1st is marked as Muslim Women's Right Day, right? On this particular day, on August 1st, Triple Talaq Act came into force. Now, on this particular day, August 1st, it is a day which made Muslim women free from social levels of triple talaq. Okay, hence this day is celebrated as Muslim Women's Right Day, right? So triple talaq, it is also known as talaq-e-bidat, okay, and it was a special provision which was bestowed upon the Muslim men by the Muslim Personal Law, which is known as Shariat Application Act 1937, right? So under this act, the law legalized and bestowed the practices of triple talaq, which gave Muslim men some special privileges over their wife. So when we talk about this particular law, several Muslim majority nations, they've already declared triple talaq as illegal and un-Islamic much earlier. Like Egypt, it was the first Muslim nation which abolished the social evil of triple talaq in the year 1929 itself. And when we talk about the triple talaq bill in India, under this bill, any man whosoever practices the triple talaq mode of divorce, he shall be punished with imprisonment of 3 years or fine, or both. And this particular offense is non-bailable, and the married women to take the custody of the minor children under this particular act. Now from August 1st to 7th August, it is celebrated as World Breastfeeding Day. So the World Breastfeeding Day, it is celebrated every year from 1st to 7th August to encourage the breastfeeding and improve the health of babies around the world. So it particularly commemorates the Innocenti Declaration, which was signed in the August 1990s by the government policy makers of WHO and UNICEF and other organizations to protect and promote and support the breastfeeding. Now I'll be telling you the current COVID-19 situation in India as per 31st July 2020. So the confirmed cases, the total confirmed cases are 16,38,870. The active cases now are 5,45,318. The cured cases are 10,57,805 and the deaths have reached to 35,747. Now it is time for quiz. Try to answer these questions. The first question in front of you is, which of the following is the highest peak of Aravalli mountain range? So as I told you in this particular session, the highest peak of Aravalli mountain range is Kuru Shikhar, right? Now the next question is, Gramodyog Vikas Yojana is an initiative of, so it is an initiative of MSME, Ministry of Small Scale and Medium Enterprises. Now the next question is, when does Muslim Women's Right Day it is celebrated? So the correct answer for this will be, it is celebrated on 1st August. Okay. Now it is time for question of the day. So the question for you is, what is a fold mountain? Right? We discussed this particular thing in this today's session only regarding the Aravallis. Okay, so try to answer this in the comment section. We'll discuss each and everything about the fold mountains and how they forms in the next session. Till then, stay motivated. Jai Hind.